If I do not receive an email from Ledger within 24 hours of the breach, do I assume my data was not exposed? No. Sorry, I wish I could give you that certainty. Their initial forensic analysis identified 9,500 customers as affected. Those are the only people who received a notification. I did not receive a notification. The first information I received was not from Ledger. It was phishing attacks, because Ledger massively underestimated the impact of this attack. They assumed 9,000 people were affected. 1.3 million people were affected. It's a slight difference in opinion there. Okay, another question about that. Am I excluded from this hack because I bought my ledger from a distributor? Can this hack also happen to any other producer of hardware wallets, i.e. Trezor or Shift Crypto? Okay, first part. Am I excluded from this hack because I bought my ledger from a distributor? So far as we know, customers who bought their ledger from, say, Amazon or from another distributor, that information is not passed back to Ledger. It's delivered directly from that distributor, and Ledger has said explicitly that they do not have information on customers who bought from Amazon. Unless that distributor has a different deal and they were connecting to the database, I think that's unlikely. Most likely, you're not affected. There's only one way to find out. Go to the Intellex or Have I Been Pawned website and check for yourself. The second question is more interesting. Can this hack also happen to any other producer of hardware wallets, Trezor, Shift Crypto, and the 68 other brands of hardware wallets that exist? Who wants to go first?
It can happen to anyone who has a newsletter or anyone who sells physical things on the internet that get shipped to you, or frankly, anyone who has a forum anywhere that asks for your personal information. Because if that exists on the internet, then someone can hack it and someone can get it.
Yep.
But yes, it can happen to hardware manufacturers. It can happen to anyone. And it probably will, more and more.
Yeah, one of the interesting things is how many companies it's happened with. So the Have I Been Pawned website, I put in one of my old email addresses that I don't use so much anymore. And it was really interesting because there's Adobe on there, Dropbox, Discuss, House, Mashable, Last.fm, Tumblr, Zynga. Like, these are all companies, huge companies who have a lot of money and probably spend a lot of time trying to put data security as an important issue, yet it still happened. It doesn't seem like any company is excluded from this as a permanent thing, that they will never be hacked. So I don't think personally the issue is the company themselves. Yes, you can find faults and blame, and you'll find things that they should correct. But I think the best course of action is probably to talk to someone like Jameson about the things you can do to avoid it, like having anonymous email addresses, burner phone numbers, PO boxes. I think that's the future of protecting your data rather than blaming companies, because this could have happened to anyone. Yeah. And I think we should be conscious of that.
It is impossible to secure information on the internet once you have collected it. The only answer to this problem is do not collect it, and if possible, purge it as soon as you can. And purging is not an easy thing, because actually purging something from the internet properly and permanently is in itself almost an impossibility. So it's even better to just say don't collect it in the first place.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support me, please consider subscribing to my channel and supporting me on patreon.com.